Greetings to Toastmasters, Gavliers and friends who are watching this video. I am Gavlier Venus Deneth and I am here to present to you the next story time with Zenith Gavels Club. Today I brought to you 3 different stories which, to be honest, actually changed my way of looking at life, my routine schedule, and I hope that these inspirational stories would change yours too to have a better life on the whole. Everyone deserves a good life, and the way you perceive it actually plays an important role. So these inspirational stories which I present to you are going to help you to look at life in a better view. On to story number 1. The Elephants and the Rope. There was a man walking past a huge herd of elephants, and that was halted by a single strand of rope tied to their front leg to the fence. The man was amazed by the fact that these elephants were not even attempting to break free. The rope seemed so small compared to the huge elephants. The man was puzzled and he saw an elephant trainer beside the elephants. He explained his puzzled state of mind. The trainer said, "When these elephants were young and much smaller, they used the exact same rope to tie them to the fence, and at that age, that rope was enough to hold them, to not let them free. But as they grew up, they were accustomed to believe that that rope could still hold them, and so they never gave an attempt to try to break free." The moral of this story is, the false beliefs that the elephants had denied them of freedom for their entire life. Likewise, we as humans must have made mistakes or must have had failures in our past life. We must have had failures. But do we know that failures are the stepping stone to success, and we need to use them as a building stone towards our success. No matter what, these people try to stay away from success, try to deny them that they will never reach their goal or they will never be determined enough to reach their goal. So let me tell you something. Never take critics from a person whom you don't take advices from. And in this way, you will reach your goals a lot faster, a lot easier. This is the story of the elephants and the ropes. On to story number 2. The weight of a glass of water. A psychology professor entered a classroom full of students with half a glass of water in his hands. The students expected the old common question, is this glass half full or half empty? But to their surprise, the professor asked them this question, how heavy is this glass of water? The students replied with answers ranging from 0.2 liters to 1 liter to 2 liters. The professor stated them all wrong and said, it is not the weight of the glass of water that matters, but of how long you hold the glass of water. If you hold it for a few seconds to a minute, you won't feel any pain, neither would you have a problem with it. But if you carry it for a period longer than that, for about an hour, you would start to feel the glass of water is weighing much more than it used to weigh. As you go on holding it for about a day, you will feel total pain in your hand and would feel nothing as to numbness in your hand. In this way, this is the same problem with stress or your worries. If you keep holding your worries, if you keep holding your stress, second after second, minute after minute, hour after hour, day after day, it would only create a huge problem on you. So the moral of the story is, if you can do something about your worries, if you can do something about your stresses, just do it right then and there. Don't keep it to the last minute, because at the last minute you would be filled with so much stress, so much anxiety that you would completely give up, you would lose hope. But if you do it right then and there, problem solved. But if there is something you cannot do, if you cannot do anything about it at all, just leave it. The past is past. Nobody is going to judge you for what you do. If it is a good thing, they would only appraise you. And if there are people who criticize you, don't listen to them. On the whole, this is the story of how heavy is this glass of water. Going on with story number 3. Rocks, pebbles and sand. Once a teacher entered a classroom with a glass jar, rocks, pebbles and sand. The students were amused to see what she was up to. She first started filling the glass jar with rocks. She asked the students, "Is this glass jar full?" To which the students replied, "Yes, the glass jar is full." Then the teacher slowly added pebbles and shook the glass jar for the pebbles to get into the empty spaces. She once again asked the same question and the students gave the same reply, "Yes, the glass jar is full." Then she added the sand, which went into the vacant spaces in between the rocks and the pebbles. And now the glass jar was really full. She explained to the students, "The glass jar is your life, rocks, your family, pebbles, your career, and sand, the ego or worries that hold you back." If you have to prioritize your life, because if you fill the sand first into the glass jar, it would leave no space for your family, your career, the rocks and the pebbles. So on the whole, the moral of the story is prioritize your life to know what is important than the other, because you cannot keep living your life with ego, with hatred. You need to have space for your family. And ego and hatred never made anyone have a better life. So no matter what, fill your life with happiness. That is your family, your career, and what you perceive your goals would be much easier to reach without the ego holding you back. So this is the story of rocks, pebbles and sand. I thank you all for staying till the end of the video, because to be honest, these 3 inspirational stories were brought to me by my teacher when I was in the 5th grade, and ever since then my life has changed a whole lot since then. These inspirational stories were what changed my life, and I hope it inspires you to do something great in your life, because you deserve to have a wonderful life. I thank you all once again. Hope you have a great day ahead.